Okay, you tell me. Is there any point in getting into the comments about some J. Cole fall off type project type agenda? And I know this channel deleted. That's, man, come on, bro. Like, I hope J. Cole never bumps into this channel, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why I'll watch that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me just hop into Sean C's comment section. I mean, he too has gotten over J. Cole so bad it's crazy. Cosplay partake, let's go.
My home is disguised. I don't argue with niggas, you pay no man. Heard me pack on you boys, I ain't telling no lie. Yeah, lie. Tell me once, can't never fool me again. Don't hate the messenger, man, hate the same.
Alright, man, hold on. I did say I was gonna go into the J. Cole, the Sean C. J. Cole comment section, right? Just to see that, because deleted one might be just like super.
There's no good take.
It might just be super toxic for everybody to just get into, right? But before we get into that, though, you know what I mean? With this whole J. Cole and his fans being copers and, you know, stuff like that, and, you know, them seeing, okay, this journey of him being this, he's a leader at this point. You know what I'm saying? We all know that he's a leader at this point. Like, he's got the accolades to prove it, you know, the achievements. I don't know if this light is good there or here, bro. Like, you know, I've been struggling with this light the whole time. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I'll just put it right there. You know, this whole humble personality and da-da-da, but then he's a leader. He's a big dog. He is big dog. He's been considered to be part of the big three, you know, for a long time. You know what I'm saying? He's big dog. But then, you know, he might be emulating, you know what I'm saying, the Jesus method. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He may just be emulating the Buddhist method. Buddha's method. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe Mahatma Gandhi. Like something, like, you know what I mean? And like on a serious note though, like, because those are the kind of leaders where it's like their kind of enlightenment pushed them to help people be awakened in the non-traditional, you know, for you to be a leader, you must be this big-headed, you know what I'm saying, head first, right, stomping on everybody's toes and just like fill up the space, mad narcissistic, like, you know what I'm saying, like, just like, you know, great under pressure, like just chaotic, like you can handle everything, you know, all that kind of stuff. But then, you know, when it comes to your people, that's the kind of standard and character that you're influencing your people to have and look up to and shit like that. No, he was one of, you know, the ones that, okay, I want y'all to see this perspective of like what it means to be a leader. Simple. Maybe that's what it was. Even when we consider things like the apology and things like that. Yo. This may be the corniest take of all time. That's a fact. But hey, if you're still part of the crowd that like rocks with J. Cole, look, again, I'm saying it. I respect J. Cole. I respect J. Cole's work. I respect him as an artist, as the man that he just like has come to be. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can take like the man's stripes, the man's you know, achievements away from the man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, maybe he was showing us this part of him like ever since the days of old, man. Ever since, you know, he chose to ride around the city with a bike instead of like, you know what I'm saying, the latest whip or whatever, and a bunch of chains. You feel me? There was a time when he was like that version of an artist, you know what I'm saying, pushing that starving artist kind of image. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody took away his big dog status though, even at that point. I can't remember exactly when, but I think it was a little bit before the 2014 Forest Hills drop. You know what I'm saying? When he was riding around, he's like, yo, nah, dog, I'm just like, I'm humble, I'm just on this bike, bro, doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? That should have been a signal to people, and I feel like it was to a certain extent, but people didn't take it that seriously. Blah blah. Okay, cool. It then what? It came to what other phase showed, you know, this nigga Cole on some extremely humble tip to a point where it's like, I want to be that kind of like humble leader, like, You know what I'm saying? I mean, he even put a whole bunch of, those Dreamville guys on. That was the positive aspect or the constructive aspect of him, like, being that leader that, like's gonna delay his own self gratification and put a bunch of people on, right? That was a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And all that energy is derived from the same energy that probably made him apologize, like, on the beef, like during the beef. You know what I'm saying? I feel like for the most part he has been consistent with being this type of man, bruh, being this type of leader, being this type of lion. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He's always shown us this kind of side. You feel me? Why was it such a surprise when he, like, apologized? By that time, bro, I feel like maybe he was confident enough to be like, nah, the people that rock with me, my core fans, my core audience, they'll understand me apologizing. I don't know. Personally, though, I did say, I'm an admirer of the man's work. I'm a respect of, like, who he has become. I myself was confused when he did apologize. You know what I'm saying? Especially after having spoken having a whole lot of narcissistic tones over his music. That's where I feel like, of course, that was confusing for everybody, including the J.Cole fans. You know what I'm saying? That's why, okay, now we too have to stomach the whole these stray shots from channels like Deleted. You know what I'm saying? Just shitting on J.Cole fans, calling them copers. Like, what? Cope maxers. Hey, apparently we coping. You know what I'm saying? By still uplifting J. Cole, still, like, connecting with his music. Yo, there's a whole lot of reasons why people connect with their favorite artist's music, for one. You know what I mean? And so therefore something like an apology over a beef, you know what I'm saying, might not take me away from supporting somebody like J. Cole or loving his art. To a point where you'll find people who don't have a problem with the hypocrisy. From I'll end up fading you niggas type raps to, like, yo, this shit hurt me to my soul doing that, bro. Like, nah, really. Hey, apparently you should never be selective. You should never be a human being in this rap thing. So for as long as you're a rapper, you need not have your own favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? You need not be a fan if you are a rapper. You should never be a fan of a rapper, period. I mean, that's what it is, right? And I feel like that's how it translated to J. Cole himself. You feel what I'm saying? What was the point of what I'm trying to say too, though? Oh yeah, cool. Fuck it. He's like the Jesus Christ of, like, Yo, alright, cool. Let me not say it. The Jesus Christ of rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, he had that energy where he was low key. You know what I'm saying? Because it did manifest in, like, two-facedness, right? It was very two-faced. The fact that, nah, bruh, I am the Reaper, the Grim Reaper himself, the hardest nigga alive, da 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 da. Me, bro, I am of the mind where I maintain the fact that I understand that's like the hip hop bravado persona that you gotta maintain. You understand what I'm saying? But you shouldn't have leaked the softer parts of you. You know what I'm saying? Because we know, like, okay, it's not gonna balance out with what you have come out with on, like, on your records. You feel what I'm saying? But I kind of get the whole, I want to show the example of somebody who, like, apologized. Like, look, listen to me. I'm coming from a point of, like, doing something that has never been done before, especially in a game like hip hop and rap. Who the fuck has ever apologized for that shit? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's the first of its kind. It's the weakest of its kind, but it's still the first of its kind. You know what I'm saying? Who knows that a different generation from what we have right now is gonna appreciate this, be like, yo, actually, this guy was the one, bruh. And then they start a whole religion around his name, and then, yo, hail J. Cole. Because of just the balancing factor, bruh. Like, it's like the whole concept of, like, everybody wanting to be a billionaire. Not everybody's finna be a billionaire. Watch out. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna balance. Like there's gonna be a whole lot of imbalance in the world. It's like a whole lot more money is gonna need to be printed, and we all know the negative side effects of a whole bunch of money being printed from the money that we have today, right? The negative side effects of that. Like nobody would want that. It wouldn't make sense. Would not make sense. Simple. And so therefore we cannot have all the leaders, all the people that are the biggest within hip hop be the gods. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta be like the lapdog, goddamn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody gotta be the lapdog. I don't know. Somebody gotta be the ice boy. But like, you know what I'm saying? Be glorious at that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Yo, if it sounds look, if it sounds like I'm trying to justify maybe something that's like super taboo that never should have happened, aka the apology of a beef within a rap battle. If it sounds like I'm trying to justify that, you know what I'm saying, and like shit, maybe I am. Damn. Look, but not off of acknowledging the fact that yo, you weak if you don't see a problem with this, or J. Cole is a weak individual, right? It's important on standing on who you are. It's important on being real about what you really are, because it's gonna come out eventually anyways. Now people know that, you know what I'm saying, you're not about that big old rah rah, even though it's on the tracks. Now though, it's gonna, like, the optic is gonna be different, because now once he starts getting on that big talk, big I'm him, don't mess with me, I'm finna smoke you, like that's gonna hit mad different now, right? So I wouldn't even expect J. Cole to even take that. Number, like, another thing on top of that, he's done, bro. This was the fall off, right? He's done. So I'm not even expecting nothing from this man J. Cole at this point, right? I respect, you know, whatever he has accomplished, whatever he has done. This was the final chapter according to how things have rolled out. You know what I mean? The ideas that we're getting from this kind of rollout, this kind of title, branding, all of that kind of stuff, right? But for what it's worth, I feel like, you know, if we are gonna learn something constructive about it, yo, he was like hip hop's Mahatma Gandhi, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, you don't need to be the big bad wolf to be the leader, or to be loved. Even though you claim to be a big bad wolf, or you have claimed to be a big bad wolf. Yeah, bruh. You know what I'm saying? The vibes around J. Cole, man. Hey, bro. Good run, though, right? I don't know. Good run. It was productive, man. Come on. Let's see these comments right quick. See these comments right quick. Hold on, though. Let me see how I'm going to split that. It's going to be interesting to split that one. So I might have to play that intro one more time, man. Because y'all know I chop these up. I chop these up like on YouTube, the YouTube editor, bruh. It's gonna be tricky. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that intro one last time for y'all. Then we're gonna hop into these comments.